Hello traders, welcome to this week edition of Market Outlook. We want to look at the market and see where we can have a potential opportunity to make desired profit this week. Without wasting much of our time, I want us to start from DXY. All right, DXY. What DXY is doing, the structure is very clear. All right, you have three-wave move here. All right, three-wave pullback. We expect this correction at this level and a push to the upside. When DXY get to this level, we begin to look for a sell opportunity. But at the moment, allow correction to take place at the current level, and then from there, we can proceed to the downside. In 4 hours, how does it look? In 4 hours, what are we expecting in 4 hours? All right, you can see in 4 hours, after this move, you have a three-wave structure, and then you have this push to the upside. Okay, and then you have this three-wave to the downside, and then you have this move correction at this level and a push to the upside. This is WXY structure. Okay, and after this, you expect a move to the downside. This is DXY, guys. This is what we're expecting from DXY. This is what we're expecting from DXY. Okay, let's pay attention to this structure. It will break down here. It will surely break down. That is DXY. Okay, the Euro USD will be doing opposite of DXY. Okay, Euro USD will be doing opposite of DXY. Okay, here you have three-wave move to the downside. Okay, here you have three-wave to the upside. Then we expect that you should have a three-wave move to the downside to complete WXY structure. WXY structure. But at this stage, we do not expect that Euro USD should flip to the upside at this level. We expect correction here and one more downside. Okay, one more downside before we look for buy opportunity here. This is WXY, guys. Euro USD here, we have a push up to the upside. Okay, I give at this level, I gave a setup on Euro USD for a move to the downside. You see from our free Telegram group, you can see that we had this setup here. You can see at this level, we gave a buy opportunity, a sell opportunity for DXY. Okay, at this level for this move, and you can see exactly it's playing out inch perfect. All right, it's playing out inch perfect, guys. Okay, inch perfect, guys. Can you see at this level we give the sell setup, and you can see it has moved how many pips to the downside from here to here. It has moved 305 pips to the downside. Okay, all right, then what are we expecting next from DXY? What are we expecting? Sorry, from Euro USD. We expect correction, one more push down, then upside again. USD card. All right. So you remember from a weekly perspective of USD card, we expect that we should have this structure, and we are still working in line with that structure. We have three-wave move to the downside. We have correction in the middle here. Okay, three-wave move to the upside, and then we expect this move to the downside. This is A, B, and C. This is a flat corrective structure, which is a 3-3-3-3-3-5 structure. All right, 3-3-5 structure. That is a flat corrective structure. Okay, on a weekly time frame. And when you take the fib, of this swing from here to here, you will see that by the time this market break the low, will have completed 50 to to 61.8% retracement, which is an ideal area for a move to the upside. So for now, we still want this structure to be completed, and for it to be completed, there must be a correction at this level that will ensure a push to the downside. And that is a correction that I want us to have a look at in 4 hours. Okay, I want us to have a look at that corrective structure in 4 hours. You will see that that correction we're talking about is building up at this level, guys. It's building up at this level. I want us to have a look at it. Okay, you agree with me that you have this structure, you have this structure. Okay, when this structure came, we had a nice push to the downside. All right, this structure came. Okay, we had this, you have this, we gave this trade a nice move to the downside, and exactly this spot we hit our TP, and we are now having a push to the upside. Why are we having this push to the upside? This pair has more downside to go. So at this level, it has to make a decent corrective structure in order to ensure that downward push to the downside. Bear in mind that the more time it wastes here correcting, the harder it will push to the downside. Okay, the harder it will push to the downside. How can we capitalize on the structure that is forming in USD CAD, okay, for a short trade? If you are not a swing trader, you should expect that after this 3-wave move down, 3-wave moves up, we expect another 3-wave move down. And by the time this 3-wave move down is completed, you will have had about 50 to 61.8% retracement of this move, which will come to this level. This is 61.8. All right, allow possibly USD CAD to break down to this level, and from here you should have a push to the upside. Then you should ask me, how far should you target in your upside? Okay, how far should you target in your upside? This is where you use trend-based fib expansion tools. Okay, look at it, trend-based fib extension. Okay, pick it from here to this point, take it back to where you expect the retracement to hit 61.8 or 50% retracement, and you target between 100% to 123% fib expansion. Okay, between here and here, we expect USD CAD to hit this level. Okay, allow this current structure to break down, because if you don't allow it to break down, certainly you should know that there is no way USD CAD can flip to the upside correctively as it is going. It has to first break down to this level, then we look for buy opportunity. CAD, that is USD CAD. All right, next, USD CHF. USD CHF daily. Okay, all right, so we are still expecting a little bit of downside from DXY, so we shouldn't expect that USD CHF will just continue to rocket to the moon at this level. It's going to correct and have a move to the downside. On the daily, you can see it at this level, it has overextended. Okay, there is overextension at this level, and you shouldn't expect that it will just continue to go just like that. Expect correction at this level. Let this particular swing correct to a certain level before you look for a buy opportunity. If you take a fib from this swing here to here, you will see that this market has moved considerably, and there is no way you can join the party at this level. You must expect a deeper retracement, because since it started its move here, it has not made a deep retracement in three-wave structure. So I expect a three-wave structure, or at least a deeper correction at this level before we can have a push to the upside. Okay, we should have a decent correction here before we have another push to the downside. Okay, that is USD CHF, right? Then USD JPY, the same thing. You must wait, allow a deeper pullback. The whole of this week, I guess, USD JPY is going to correct a great deal, going to correct a great deal, a great deal. We missed this particular swing in my group because we're expecting this to form an expanding flat, because this had broken the high here. We expect it to break the low here for us to take a buy opportunity. But unfortunately, it formed a running flat. Okay, and you know, one of the structure I always don't want to trade in the market is a running flat, because most of the time you are expecting it to come down a little to form expanding flat, but it will just form a running flat and begin to go. Even at this level, we're expecting a correction for it to push to the upside. It did not give us opportunity to enter. This correction did not appear until it find its way to the upside. Although this way, this wave was assisted by a good NFP report in favor of the dollar. But at this point in time, we expect correction at this level. Let there be a pullback, a good correction here before you have a push to the upside. That is USD JPY. Then GBP USD. All right, GBP USD, you know, we've been following GBP USD even below here. When you had this structure, you knew we are going to push to the upside. You had this structure again, you know we are going to push to the upside. All right, but at this point, when this piece happened in the market, I said, let's be careful, do not just sell, all right, until we see a decent structure here. Okay, this correction has not completed. This market cannot continue to go this way. No way. The structure is not completed. So we expect this week for a move to the upside to at least get to this level or break this high. Okay, when that moves happen, guys, then you can expect a push to the downside. So by the time we have a three-wave structure here, then at this level, we should be able to decide. Okay, there's going to be a decider of this pair, whether we are still going to go further down side or we are going to go back to the upside to break this top. And what is going to decide? Structure, guys. If we are having correction here at this level, then you know we are going to go further downside. All right, but instead of correction here, if we are having, after this three-wave move to the downside, if you have impulse here and you are having correction here, you know you are going back to the top, okay, to break this top once again. All right, and in that case, if this second scenario is playing out, it means that the structure we are seeing in the weekly time frame, look at it, I will show you. It means that this structure, guys, is not completed yet. This structure is not completed. It means we are going to break this top. We are going to break this top if that second scenario play out. But if that first scenario play out, where you have a further move to the downside after the three-wave structure, after you have this three-wave structure, if you have another correction and you are pushing down, it means that that weekly structure is completed at that level. It means that you are going to have this running flat for a move to the downside. You are going to have this regular flat rather for a move to the downside to probably break this low. Okay, that is GBP USD. GBP JPY. All right, 4 hours. GBP JPY. Okay, so if you look at GBP JPY in a weekly time frame, you will see that we still have a bit of upside to go. We have a bit of upside to go because here you have a three-wave structure to the upside. It's a three-wave structure, and here you have a three-wave structure down to the downside. okay? And here, you should expect to see a 3-wave structure or 5-wave structure as the case may be. So this structure will produce either WXY or ABC move, depending on the structure that we see here. We cannot decide now the structure we'll see here because it's not completed yet, okay? And then you have your move to the downside. So if this is what we are expecting, and we are expecting that this structure should break this high, it means that GBP still has more pips to the upside to do. So if we are still bullish on GBP then you should expect a bigger corrective structure at this point in time before you can have that desired push to the downside. And then when this piece happened in the market, I told you guys in one of my videos that this piece does not mean anything. If you have a market that is so bullish from down here to top here, if you just made this simple push to the downside, it's too small to begin to use that as a yardstick for a push to the downside. So what I expect here is that this market is making correction here. It may make one more push to the upside to break this top. And after one more push to the upside to break this top, it's going to come back down. All right. So if it breaks this top here, expect it to also break this low here, okay, to form what we call expanding flat. Then from here, we expect it. If we see a bullish price action here, we expect this to flip to the upside to break this top again. All right. That is GBP JPY. GBP CHF, the same structure in GBP JPY, in GBP CHF. If you look at weekly, if you see weekly, you see that it has more place to go. You have 3-wave structure here, correction in the middle, 1, 2, 3 upside. Then you have this structure here again. That's 1, 2, 3 downside. Okay, what are you expecting? You're expecting a structure here. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 here. So here you expect correction and a further push to the upside. So this in itself will be W, X, and Y. All right. And when this structure completes here, you have a 3-wave up here, which is W. You have 3-wave down, which is X, and you have 3-wave up, which is Y. Okay. And then when this Y is completed, you can have a move to the downside. Okay. To have this wave here. This wave you have here, it will be completed here. So if this is our forecast and our bias for GBP CHF, then what do we expect in a daily or 4 hours time frame? All right, we're expecting a bullish price action. Then you should expect that this move here that caused a push to the upside should be retraced a bit. All right, and if it will be retraced a bit, then one trick is that if you are having a correction here that is not big enough, just know that the push you are going to have here is not going to be much. All right, it's not going to be much. It will just break this top and then find its way down again. But if you are having a push here, you are having a structure here, okay, maybe WXY, that effectively retrace this move, this particular move, all right, to about 50% to 61.8% retracement, then you know that definitely you are going to have a push to the upside that reflects our weekly structure, guys. That reflects our weekly structure. Okay, now if you go to the weekly, you see where we expect GBP CHF to hit. That is this level. We expect it to hit this level. If you have a decent corrective structure here that effectively retrace this move by 50%, or if you take a fib from here, this 3-wave structure, if you take the fib and you get 50% retracement, then you have assurance that you're going to have a push to the upside to either get to this top or break this top. But you come to 4 hours to come and look at what is happening at the moment and see how you can capitalize on the move. Okay, so at this moment, it is downside we are expecting from GBP CHF, and possibly we could have this 3-wave down, another 3-wave up, and 3-wave down. So by the time you have this, then the structure will have been completely retraced, and then you can have a push to the upside. Not completely retraced. If you say completely retraced, it means you are having a retracement of 100%, but we are talking of a decent retracement to about 50 or 61.8%. That will give us a much desired push to the upside. Next, GBP AUD. All right, GBP AUD. From here, we give a trade here. All right, because after seeing this move and 3 waves correction, we know we are going to add a push to the upside. This is a 3 wave to the upside, which I will call W. Then you have a structure here, okay, a structure here, that is X, and then we're expecting a Y to push to the upside. And then this move here, okay, this bullish move here is the one that is giving us confirmation that we are not going downside at the moment. We are going to have a push to the upside. But for you to have that push to the upside after this move, you must have a correction. So we are already having a 3-wave correction that is developing, okay. After this 3-wave correction, we should have a move to the upside. But when you have this move to the upside and this wave is equal to this wave, you will discover that the whole of this 3-wave move is not equal to this 3-wave move. So it is possible for us to have a double to the upside. Double. What I mean by double is after this 3-wave move to the upside, you can have a correction and then a push to the upside. Okay, by the time you get this, you see that there is a conformity. There's conformity of this Y with W. This is W here, this is Y here. The two have conformed together in terms of size. There's conformity in terms of size, and that is where we can have a push to the downside. That is a GBP AUD. Then what should you expect when market open? Monday or Tuesday, you should expect that this move should be corrected. You should have this move push to the downside. When it gets here, you look for bullish price action for a move to the upside at this level. This sell is not your trade except you are a scalper or you are a day trader. Okay, but I always want to take a major swing in the market. This is a major swing. Okay, this is a major swing. I like to take this. Okay, when it gets here, we look for correction and a more push to the upside. All right, Euro GBP. Let's look at Euro GBP. All right, with the structure that Euro GBP is developing at the moment, we know that it's not ready for the upside yet, because of course you also know that GBP CHF and GBP USD, they are not ready for the downside. They are correcting for more push to the upside, and this is a confirmation, all right, of what we see in GBP USD and GBP CHF. So you can see that this is a sharp move to the upside. Then you are having a correction in the middle. You have this 3-wave corrective structure, all right. It could break this low, then you expect a move to the upside to form regular flat. Then from here, you could have a break to the downside. I do not expect any of us to trade this short move to the downside, but if we see a bullish price action here, we can trade this completion of structure to the upside to form a regular flat. And when it gets here or you break this top, take your profit. All right. And from here, look for sell opportunity to continue your downside. But remember, you should watch weekly time frame and see the structure that this pair is forming, so that you are not caught off guard. All right, so that you are not caught off guard. Okay, you have to look at it, look at the weekly time frame and see what is happening in the market. So don't just sell blindly, because you could be caught. This could give you a 3-wave structure for a move to the upside. Okay, 3-wave structure, move to the upside. It can give you that structure. So you must be careful selling Euro GBP at this level. Okay, it's already too cheap. You can't sell at this level. You should be waiting for your buy opportunity at that level. Okay, that is Euro GBP. GBP NZD, GBP Kiwi. All right, let's look at GBP Kiwi in a smaller time frame. Let's look at it in daily time frame. Okay, we have looked at this structures, time without number, and it's very clear. Okay, one of our students sent this to me, and what we said is very clear. You have this structure, you have this corrective structure, it push to the upside. This has given you a three-wave structure to the upside, and it is already developing a three-wave bath, guys. Okay, a three-wave bath. Let's go to 4 hours. You see it clearly in 4 hours. You see it very clearly in 4 hours. Okay, you have these three waves to the upside, then you are having a three-wave pullback. Okay, you're having a three waves pullback. And how do you get a three waves pullback? Okay, 1, 2, 3, then we expect 1, 2, 3. Okay, since this does not break this top, we expect this not to break here. Okay, so this will now be a W, then you have an X here, and then you have your Y here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you have this WXY structure here, you will see that this structure will be a complete structure and be ready for the downside. How do you project the level of your Y here? How do you project it? You have to take your fib expansion tool, you take it from the beginning of the first three waves here, take it to the end, bring it back to the end of X, where you have your 1.0 to 23, from 100 to 123 percent fib retracement, fib expansion or extension. That is where you are targeting for this Y to reach. That's our blue box. Okay, it's our blue box. Yes, that's how we project profit. All right, TP is where you project it, and it is possible for this to form a level swing sequence. Can form a level swing sequence. How do I mean? It's possible for you to have another three-wave move here, another three-wave move to the upside. Okay, which is what I will even favor for this structure. So that if you go to daily, you will see that if you form a level swing sequence, this area will be hit, and then you can have this structure. Okay, you can have this A, B, and C. Okay, and with this move, you can have this move to the downside. Okay, you can have this move to the downside. That is what I expect. But on 4 hours, this is what we should expect this week. Allow this X to develop. You can even trade this, but I don't like to trade it because to me, even though the dominant trend is downward, I wouldn't want to trade this short move to complete X. I want this three-wave structure to be completed, and then I have a bullish move. If I have a bullish price action at this level, then I'll be looking for buy opportunity to the upside. That is how we approach it, and targeting this level, which is going to give us about 773 pips to the upside. 773 pips to the upside. That's the kind of trade I want to do, guys. GBP card. GBP card. Remember, in GBP card, in weekly time frame, when you look at it very critically, we have a structure that we have been monitoring. Okay, we have been monitoring this structure for quite some times now, and we have forecasted GBP card to go bullish. All right, because you have a three-wave to the upside, three-wave to the downside, and then we're expecting these three waves to complete. All right, expect these three waves to complete, so that after this move to the downside, this move to the downside is effectively corrected into WXY structure, WX and then Y structure. Okay, and by the time this Y structure is completed, you will see that this initial bullish move has been retraced to the tune of 50 to 61.8% retracement. Can you see it here? This is 61.8% retracement, and if I don't think it's going to make a 50% retracement. It can break through to 61.8% retracement, because if you take a fib extension tool from here, from here to here and drop it back here, you will see that 1% retracement corresponds to 1.90000, which is exactly 0.618 fib expansion, fib retracement of this previous move. All right, so I favor GBP NZD, GBP card rather, to complete its structure at this level. Okay, this Y structure at this level, and it is at this level that we will expect a move to the downside. Okay, we expect at this level a move to the downside from here, a move to the downside. This will be a complete structure, guys. It will be a complete structure. I will be very happy if this structure can play out exactly as forecasted. Okay, Euro card. All right. So from weekly structure of Euro card, you will see that you have a structure here, you have a 3-wave move here. Then what you should expect for your forecast is 3-wave move to the upside, so that this will form W, X, and Y. Why W, X, Y? Because it is a 3-3-3 structure. 3-wave here, 3-wave in the middle, and to connect the next 3-wave that is being expected. So if that is the case, then what are we expecting here? What is happening here? You are having a correction here already. This 3-wave, you are having a correction here, and you have initial impulse here. Then expect a move to the upside here. We are expecting shortly, we are expecting a bullish price action for Euro card. Don't expect it to fall to the downside. I don't expect it. Anything can happen in the market, but structurally or technically, we expect that this move that's happening in the market is being corrected by this, and we should have a move to the upside. Then, if you look at 4 hours, if that's what we want the market to do, then in 4 hours, at this level, I'd given a trade to one of my friends to stop buying at this level. It was buying at this level. I said, no, the structure is not complete yet. It has to still make its way to the downside. Because you look at this structure, I will show you clearly now. In 4 hours, show you what the structure is doing. What the structure is doing. You have this move down. You have this correction, and you have the 3-wave move down. This is a structure for an upside. And clearly, you got that upside in 3 waves. Okay? And after you got that upside in 3 waves, what happened to these guys? This has to form here. That's how the structure will have to complete. Okay? It has to form here. All right? So that initial 3 waves that you see here, that is W. This is pullback in 3 waves X. You expect these 3 waves to form to the downside. Boom, to the downside. This is Y. So now we're at this structural level. Okay, so at any point in time, we are not looking for sell opportunity for Euro card now. We are looking for buy opportunity. But what I'm saying in this structure is that since you are having a move here, this way, and you are having correction in the middle here, the tendency is there for you to have this structure. You have a move this way, you have another move this way, and then you have a correction here. Okay, 3-wave here, 3-wave here, pull back here, and 3-wave here. This is a structure that is correcting this move here, this piece here. So we expect structurally, we expect a move to the upside to complete this structure, and this wave down will have to come here. Okay, this is what I see as a complete structure. We are going to see a complex big correction here, then for ultimate move to the upside. This is where the real upside will come here, not here. Okay, the upside that we are going to see here is going to be a decent one to complete this structure. This move, this wave to the upside is going to be completed here. Then this move to the downside will have to come here. Okay, this is wave balancing. Okay, and after that, you should have a move to the upside. Then what should you expect, all right, this week? What should we expect with euro card? We expect maybe a little correction here, more drop to the downside to break this low. Okay, once this low is broken, don't look for sell again, look for your buy opportunity. If you see an originating impulse this way, look for correction and take your buy to the upside. Okay, all right, let's look at yen pairs, guys. Let's look at some yen pair. Okay, let's look at some yen pair weekly. You can see we have a solid structure here in weekly that we have been monitoring for quite some times now, because here, without even looking at the back, you see your three-wave move here. You see the move here. This move here is being corrected by this structure. Okay, we want this to push up, come down, make a three-wave to the upside, come down. This is the structure, guys. This is what we're expecting from CAD yen. So this will be A, this will be B, and this will be C. All right, and here will be W, here will be X, another three-wave, and here will be Y. Okay, so in the middle here, you're going to have a WXY structure that's going to be a completed B structure. And then this move that you have here is going to be replicated here. So this is the forecast for CAD yen. So if this is the forecast we are looking at, then you can see the arrow here. This is still going up. It has more upside to go. It's going to about 93 to 94, between 92 to 94. And at the current moment, at the current market price, we are at 85. So we have more upside to go. So we are not selling CAD yen. We want to buy. So if we want to buy, where is the buy opportunity, guys? You have to ask yourself, where is the buy opportunity? Because at this level, we already have this structure. All right, three-wave here, then three-wave in the middle, and then here is not a three-wave. It's a move. It's an impulse. All right, so we already have what? A, B, and C. So if you have A and B structure, okay, like this, 1, 2, 3, and you still have more upside to go, then you should expect a correction in three waves that correct this move by at least 50% retracement, and then you have more upside to go. That is how it is done. Okay, that's how it is done structurally. So here, you already have a correction here. You have a three-wave here. All right, you have a three-wave here. You have a correction here. Then you have a move to the upside. What are you expecting now? Three-wave pullback, boom, to the upside to complete the structure here. Okay, before we move to the downside. So most of the yen pair this week will be going into correction. Okay, the same thing here. You want a correction here on Aussie yen. You want a correction at this level for you to move to the upside, because this is a complete structure, guys. This is a complete structure. Okay, you have this correction, you have this move up, and then this move up has been done here. Okay, but I don't think it has completed its move, because we will know if we take a fib expansion tool, all right, from here to here and back to this place. Is it up to 1%? Is it up to 100%? 100% is here. So we still have more upside to do for Aussie yen. More upside to do for Aussie yen. 1% is here. We are looking at between 1% and 100% and 123% retracement. We are looking at this area for Aussie yen reversal. Okay, we are looking at that area. So if that's the area we are looking at, okay, it means that at this level, we want a corrective structure to have a push to the upside. And you can see clearly that this corrective structure is under development here. All right, it's forming. The corrective structure is forming already. You have a big impulse here. Okay, just Watch, you have impulse here, you have one here, you have correction in 3 waves here. You are going to have a push to the upside, and this will be wave A of a correction. This is wave B of a correction. Expect C to come this way, wave C of correction. Okay, so you have A, B, C. Why don't we call this WXY? Because this piece here is an impulse. It's never in 3 waves. It's only here that is in 3 waves. And WXY must be a 3-3-3 structure. 3 waves in A, 3 waves in B, and 3 waves in C. And then we'll not call it ABC again. We call it WX and Y. And now, if you have this structure, then you can see that this structure is decent enough to achieve a push to the upside. Why do I say it's decent enough? You agree with me that correction, there was a correction here. There was a correction here on its way to the upside. So if you take a fib, guys, if you take a fib and fib this swing low to swing high, you will see that where I have just marked for you here correspond to 61.8% retracement. And at this 61.8% retracement, if the structure that is formed here is a regular flat, then you know that upside is a possibility. All right, upside is a possibility. Okay, so that is a Aussie yen. What you should be expecting is wait for this structure to develop. Okay, wait for this to break out to the upside. As soon as it breaks to the upside, expect this move to the downside. We can trade. If you know how to trade this move to the upside, you can trade it if you are a day trader, and then you also capitalize on this move to the downside. Once it is over, look for a buy opportunity to the upside. That's Aussie yen. Euro yen, the same structure with Aussie yen. Okay, the same structure. What do we want? You see the corrective structure here. One more push to the upside, come downside to reflect this, and this will be your A, this will be your B in 3 waves, and this will be your C. And from here, you can have a move. You can see those that trade trend line. From here, you can have a move to the upside. That's Aussie yen. Kiwi yen, the same thing, same structure. It's a bit clumsy, all right? It's a bit clumsy for Kiwi yen, but if you take a fib retracement, okay, if this is going to form a zigzag, all right? If this is going to form a zigzag, you take your fib retracement, swing high to swing low, you will see that expect this to push up to the upside because it has made 3 waves to the upside, 3 waves down, then we expect a 3 wave up. That 3 wave up should be able to give us, sorry, I have to do this fib again, all right, from swing high here to swing low. Okay, it's what we want. You can see that we already have a 3 wave structure. We are going to have a WXY structure here. And what made me to say WXY structure? You see correction in the middle here in the form of regular flat. You see a wave up, 3 wave up, and then you already see a 3 wave down. What are you expecting? 3 wave to the upside. So this is WX, and Y. And you see that your Y is already coming up to 50, between 50 to 61.8% retracement. And that is what I want, guys. I want my retracement to come between 50 and 61.8. And here will be a convenient place for you to move to the downside. Okay, you must have this wave. Okay, and you can even project. You can project where you want this continuation to hit, because you can take a trend-based fib extension tool. You fib it this way from top to the end of correction and back to the end of correction here, and you look at where you have between 100% to 123% retracement, this level. That is where we want this correction to hit before you can proceed to the upside. But even when you hit this area, guys, even when you hit this area, two things two things will tell you whether you are going to have a continuation to the upside or you are going to have more push to the downside. Number one, if on getting to this blue box, you have an impulse this way and you're having correction, you know that this will be a three-wave corrective structure for a push to the upside. But if on getting here, all right, you instead of us to have an originating impulse like this to look for correction to buy, you are having a corrective structure here. So the corrective structure here will tell you you are not going back to the upside, but you are going for further downside. So these are the two ways you will know whether a three-wave structure correcting a major move is going to make a continuation push to the upside or downside, or it will correct and go to the downside. Okay, we have CHF JPY. CHF JPY. All right, it's a bit clumsy at the moment. But I will expect this structure to form. All right. This structure is a bit clumsy at the moment, but in any case, we will expect that this structure should correct, break down to the downside at this level. Then we can study the behavior of the market to see whether we'll have a push to the downside. Okay, or it is possible that you have a structure that comes to break this low again. Okay, this correction here, you have a little push to the upside, then it's possible that this will break this low again. Okay, and if you break this low again, that will be a very good structure for us to play. Okay, it means that this move here is part of a bigger correction. It's part of a bigger correction. Here you have the A, you have your B here, and then you have your C here. That will be a bigger correction for this move. Okay, you have corrective structure here, you have push to the upside, then you have another corrective structure here. Okay, you have a harder push to the upside. This will be the best thing to come to CHF JPY. We would love you to make a three-wave move to the downside here, hit this low here, break this low here, come over here, then we have a bullish price action here for a move to the upside. And if you look at the fib retracement, you take a fib retracement for here and you fib from here, swing low to swing high, you will see that here correspond to 61.8% retracement of that previous move here. Okay, and that will be a very good point to look for buy opportunity to the upside. If this structure presents itself, we will be very happy. But it is also very possible that this swing is the one that we are correcting at the moment. All right, just correct it this way and then have a push to the upside. In any way, we need more data. We need more data to be able to know what is happening. All right, AUD NZD, right? AUD NZD is making a beautiful structure that we have forecasted, and we have already forecasted it, and we have known what is happening. All right, this is an expanding flat after this move. Okay, we should expect a continuation to the upside here, but you can see that it's spending too much time here, and we are understanding the structure that is forming. Okay, after this first wave to the upside here, you can see it make this structure. It's going to make a three-wave structure here. So if you can have a regular flat here, this will just be with one of continuation, then with two of continuation is making a flat, and then you have with three, you come to break this top. That will be a very decent trade because you can see your stop loss is very small, okay, between here and here, and you can see your reward. The risk to reward is going to be like 1 to 4 if you are going to stop at wave 3. Okay, but if you are going to take it to wave 5, it means that you are going to have the benefit of having this market move from here. If you do fib, trend-based fib expansion, you will see that you are stopping at about 1.14. That's about 700 from 1.05 to 1.14. Okay, that's about 900 pips. That's a decent move. 900 pips to the upside. If you are targeting here, if you are a swing trader, okay, between 900 to this is 140, between 900 to 1,300 pips, 1,400 pips to the upside. That's what you should be expecting. But then, what should you expect this week? All right, I don't expect anybody to trade this. Allow this structure to develop between here and here. Let this come down to make a regular flat. Okay, once this regular flat is complete, then take your move to the upside. That is AUD NZD. NZD card. All right, NZD card. NZD card. Okay, at this level, what are we expecting from NZD card? We want a corrective structure here. Let's go to 4 hours. Please, let's go to 4 hours. What we want from NZD card is simple. We just want a correction, this correction to complete. Just as this correction completes, we had a push to the upside. We want this correction, this upper correction to complete for us to have a nice push to the upside. Then how do we know that the correction is a complete correction? Okay, we want a situation where after you have this 3-wave move down, you have 3-wave up, you want a 3-wave move down to break this low. Okay, you want a 3-wave move down to break this low, and from here you can have a push to the upside. Can you see? Sorry, I will show you what I'm expecting. Right, from here you can have a push to the upside. For people that trade trend line, I'm just trying to bring it for you. This is what we are expecting. You have a push to the upside from this level. And if you use your fib, I love fib so much. I love fib so much. Take your fib retracement tool from this swing to this place. This is the orthodox high, guys. Orthodox high. You don't take your fib to this level. No way. You don't take it to this level. No. This is the impulse that you want to measure the retracement. This is the impulse. It starts from here to here. This is the swing low and swing high. All these are part of the corrective structure. Okay. By the time you get here, then it means that this structure is giving you 3-wave back, 3-wave up, WX, and then 3-wave down, Y. Or if it's not giving you a WXY structure, then it is giving you A, B, and C. If you give you sharp down, and not in 3-way, if you give you impulse, this will be way, this will be B, and this will be C. From here, you can look for opportunity to the upside. All right, then let's look at gold. I want us to look at gold. Okay, you see, gold has been making a good move to the downside. Has been making a good move to the downside. We have been analyzing gold in WX, YXZ structure. Okay, this is 3-wave move down, another 3-wave here, 3-wave move up, W, X, Y, X, and Z. Okay, Z here. Since it has broken the low here, we want a sharp move. Okay, anytime gold want to go on continuation, it will normally do a sharp move to the upside. We need a sharp move here. Once this sharp move develops, then we look for correction and we'll have a move to the upside. And you can see clearly from these 4 hours that the sharp move has already started. The sharp move has already started, guys. Can you see? This is already an ending structure. It's an ending structure. Can you see? This is an ending structure. Okay? Each time you break the low, potential move. You break the low, potential move. All right. Each time it breaks the low, guys, it is a potential move. Can you see? It broke the low. If you come this way, it break the low. Come this way, it break the low. Come this way, it break the low, and to shoot up. You're going to shoot up. This is what is called V pattern, guys. V pattern. This is an ending structure, and it must surely break to the upside. So that is the pairs I have penciled down to have a look at for this weekend. I don't know the one you trade there, but I do believe that my point of view will definitely make sense as a market opens. I wish you a peaceful week. Trade with care. Please use stop loss in all your trades, and please also look at fundamentals. Look at what the news is saying to support your technical analysis. Make sure you do subscribe this channel if you enjoy what we are doing, and press the notification bell so that you can receive more free content from us. We promise to have this done every blessed week, but we need your support in order to encourage us to do more. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.